It's a battle of wits between students from Cupertino and San Francisco. Today on Quiz Kids.
It's the Bay Area Quiz Kids. Brought to you by the San Mateo Credit Union. And now, the best host on the West Coast, Brad Friedman.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to today's episode of Quiz Kids. We have two terrific teams for you. Let me introduce them to you now. Over here, we have the Homestead Mustangs. And their opponent today are the Archbishop Riordan Crusaders. Welcome, teams. We're going to start right off with our first three-for-all round. Here's how we play. I'll ask a toss-up question. If you get it right, it will be worth 5 points. Get a second question right, and it will be worth 10. If you get a third part right, you will win 25 points. You all understand? Let's go with the first toss-up. It circles the sun every 88 days. Name this planet whose surface temperature approaches 700... Kenneth.
Venus?
No, I'm sorry. 700 degrees Kelvin. Riordan, it's Mercury. Here's your next toss-up. The title characters of this play are secretly married by Friar Lawrence. Name this...
Robin Hood?
Say again?
Robin Hood?
No, I'm sorry. Name this play by William Shakespeare that depicts the feuding Montague and Capulet families.
You just answered.
Yeah, Romeo and Juliet.
That's right. What friend of Romeo is killed by Juliet's cousin Tybalt, which leads Romeo to kill Tybalt in revenge?
Mercutio, right? Mercutio?
Correct. What cousin of Romeo informs the prince about the brawl that led to the death of Mercutio and Tybalt?
I forgot his name.
Benevolo?
Could you say that again?
Benevolo?
Can I accept that? Well, Benvolio is the correct answer. You got 10 points, and here's the next toss-up. Recall fever gripped a number of states in 2011. Democrats filed petitions against 6 state senators in which Midwest... Yes, Kenneth.
Wisconsin?
Right. Russell Pierce, which state's Senate leader, lost a recall in November over his support of Senate Bill 1070 and other anti-immigrant measures?
Anti-immigrant. Oh,
Arizona?
No, yeah, Arizona.
Yeah, okay.
Arizona. Arizona.
Correct. In March 2011, Carlos Alvarez, the mayor of which most populous county in Florida, was recalled by an overwhelming majority? Ella?
Tallahassee.
Miami.
Very true.
Next toss-up. It's often associated with the Civil War. What hymn's first line is Ella?
Battle Hymn of the Republic.
Right. What state song of Kansas begins, "Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam"?
Home on the Range.
Yes. Which composer's Old Folks at Home begins and is sometimes called "Way Down Upon the Swanee River"? We're looking for the composer.
The composer.
My singing dazzled you. It's Stephen Foster.
Okay.
Her daughter-in-law, Princess Diana, died in a car crash in Paris. Name the... Ella.
Queen Elizabeth.
I need more?
The first.
No. I'm going to... I'm turning to Riordan. Name this current Queen of England.
Queen Elizabeth III?
The second. The title character serves as first mate on the Patna in this man's novel, Lord Jim. Name this Polish-born English novelist whose other works include Nostromo and The Secret Agent. I'm sorry, Jamie, the time is up. It's Joseph Conrad. The world's first cloned mammal, Dolly, lived from... Yes, Ella.
Sheep.
Yes. The cloning process involved removing what organelle from an adult somatic cell and inserting it into an undeveloped egg cell?
Nucleus.
This 6-letter term denotes such an undeveloped egg cell. It would normally undergo 2 stages of meiosis to produce an ovum plus polar bodies.
Zygote.
No, I'm sorry. It's oocyte. Conflict in this region led to an arrest warrant for Sudanese President Omar al-Bashir. Name that region of Western Sudan terrorized by Jamwa... Yes.
Darfur.
Right. Al-Bashir was indicted by what Hague-based judicial body that is trying the Democratic Republic of the Congo's Thomas Lubanga for conscripting child soldiers?
World Court.
It's the International Criminal Court. Supreme Court decisions are normally set forth by the majority opinion. However, what type of opinion is written by one or more justices who disagree with the decision of the majority? Ella?
Dissenting.
Right. What type of opinion agrees with the majority but either disagrees with the reasoning or has some additional points to make?
No answer.
It's a concurring opinion. The Lord placed cherubim guards and a flaming sword outside it after casting out Adam and Eve. Name this biblical Jamie.
Eden.
Yes. Mary Lennox helps Colin overcome his infirmity in the title locale of what Frances Hodgson Burnett novel?
East of Eden.
East of Eden.
No, it's The Secret Garden.
Oh, I knew that.
For triangles, it can be proven by the side-angle-side theorem. Yes, Jamie.
Congruence.
The angle-angle theorem can prove what weaker condition where the two triangles have the same shape but can be scaled to different sizes.
Similarity.
And a Sierpinski triangle, composed of an infinite number of smaller similar triangles, is one of what complex shapes named by Benoit Mandelbrot, any part of which is similar to the whole?
Fractal?
Fractal.
That is a fractal. You got 25 points. And we'll be right back after these messages.
But now it's time to meet the Quiz Kids. Once again, here's Brad.
Welcome back. Let's say hello to the Reardon Crusaders and Santiago Rocha. Santiago, welcome. You're a junior and an avid bicyclist. You have a biking club at school. Go off on Saturdays. What's your favorite route?
I like going around Golden Gate Park around San Francisco. We go every other Saturday or Sunday, and we just get a group of guys to go around.
Very scenic, and there are no hills. Yeah. Good thinking. Trevor Peralta, you're also a junior, and you are the editor for the Reardon paper. Recently, you went on a big scoop. Where did you go?
I went to Occupy San Francisco. It was a very interesting experience. I went for one of their rallies across the whole city.
And talked to people?
Yes, we interviewed people from both sides. I took a lot of pictures. And
great, that will be in
good.
the next issue, right?
Yes.
Good, we'll look forward to that. Jason Serafica, also a junior and just started fencing.
Yes.
What made you decide to take that up? And don't glare at me that way.
I have a kind of derided pleasure from being poked by pretty shiny metal objects.
I can't top that, Jason. Good luck to you and better luck to your opponents. We're going to play the collaboration round. You get to talk to each other here. I have 3 categories, 7 questions in each category. If you give me 7 correct answers, I'll add a 30-point bonus for a total of 100 points. The categories today are BUR, Down in the Valley, and non-standard languages.
Down in the valley.
Trevor?
Down in the Valley.
Down in the Valley. As you can imagine, the answer to all these questions is the name of a valley. First question. George Washington spent a bad winter in 1778 in this Pennsylvania camp.
Valley Forge.
Correct. The mummies of many pharaohs and their treasures were discovered in this site.
The Valley of the Kings.
That is correct. A capital of computer technology is this South Bay locale.
Silicon Valley.
Right. Many days of the year, this is the hottest place in the USA.
Death Valley.
Right. Welsh author Richard Llewellyn wrote this novel.
No answer.
That would be as How Green Was My Valley.
Oh.
This derisive term describes certain materialistic teenagers who live not far from Hollywood.
Valley Girls?
For sure. And finally, the remains of early hominids, including Lucy, were found in this 6,000-mile-long crack in the crust of the Earth that runs from Lebanon to Mozambique. It's the Great Rift Valley, but you earned 50 points. Congratulations. Turning to the Homestead Mustangs, we'll say hello to Jamie Branch. You're a senior and a part of the Homestead Marching Band, and you guys are doing a very exciting thing in a few weeks.
Yeah, we get to go to march in the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade in New York City this coming Thanksgiving.
Fantastic. Do you have any idea which float she'll be wedged in, or will Snoopy be on top of it?
Probably the really big ones so that, you know, they can't see the band on TV.
But we will look for you. Ella Pravitz, you just started rowing on the crew.
I did.
Why'd you choose that?
My friend rows, and she pulled me out, and I'm around the right height and, you know, strength and stuff, so it's really fun.
Yeah, but your hands are all calloused already.
They are gross.
It's good. But strengthening.
Strengthening.
Good luck. Kenneth Orovets, you're a senior and a reporter on the school paper.
Yep.
And this is something you've just started doing, too.
Indeed it is. Shall I elaborate for you?
No. Thank you so much, Kenneth. Maybe you want to talk to Jason afterwards, or to Trevor. Yeah, Trevor, maybe he'll talk to you about articles. We're going to give you a chance to earn up to 100 points. You just have to pick a category. Will it be BUR or non-standard languages?
BUR.
BUR. The answers all begin with the letters BUR. This author of the Tarzan novels was at Pearl Harbor in 1941.
No answer.
Edgar Rice Burroughs. This is the proper name of the country that calls itself Myanmar.
Burma.
Right. It is the site of the University of Vermont.
Burlingame?
Burlingame?
No, that's right here. But Burlington is in Vermont. Although sympathetic to American colonists' grievances with George III, this man opposed the French Revolution in his 1790 Reflections on the Revolution in France.
Not Aaron Burr.
No.
Edmund Burke.
Burke.
This Rodin work commemorates the sacrifice of 6 men during the 200 Years' War.
No answer.
Bet you're wondering about those non-standard languages, aren't you? The Burghers of Calais. This botanist encouraged crossbreeding, resulting in the giant Shasta daisy, the fire poppy, and a rose named for him.
Rose name? Well, what are rose names? I don't know. Red rose?
That would be Luther Burbank. And finally, he was Thomas Jefferson's first vice
Aaron
president.
Burr.
There you go. I don't know what you earned, but congratulations, you're still in the lead. We'll be right back.
And now we're back with the second half of Quiz Kids. Take it away, Brad.
Hello again. Let's put our hands together for the coaches for the two teams. First, from Homestead, Mr. Chris Nafrada. And for the Crusaders, Mr. John Albach and Bruce Wickland. Teams, the score is 90-60. We're going to play the second round of the three-for-all, and we're doubling the points. 1 right will get you 10 points, 2 right will get you 25, and if you get all 3 questions right, it will be 50 points. Let's go with the first toss-up. Some of this culture's mythology is preserved in the Book of the Dead. Name this ancient culture. Jamie.
Egyptian.
What jackal-headed god was in charge of overseeing the trials of the dead when they arrived in the afterlife?
Anubis.
Anubis.
Correct. The Book of the Dead was traditionally ascribed to what ibis or baboon-headed god who was also involved in judging the dead?
So a raw baboon or
Ra.
Thoth. The Savannah River lies along South Carolina's border with which state? Yes, Kenneth.
North Carolina?
No. You can steal, Reardon. You could talk it over, too.
No, I know, but lies on the border with which state? Alabama.
Wow, that would be Georgia, sir.
Oh.
Ionic, Doric, and Corinthian. Jamie.
Columns.
Right. There are OG and Tudor variations on what type of structure that spans an opening using a curve of precisely fitted blocks rather than one long lintel.
Arch.
Correct. Hip ones meet at a single point, but the mansard variety of what architectural element has two portions with different slopes?
Roofs.
Roofs.
You got 50 points. What Italian poet and author of The New Life is best known for his epic poem in 3 parts, The Divine Comedy? Jamie.
Dante.
A type of sonnet is named for what 14th century poet and early humanist who wrote many poems addressed to a woman named Laura?
Laurentian? I mean, yeah, sure.
Laurentian.
No, those are Petrarchian sonnets, but Petrarch.
Italian sonnets.
He received the most electoral votes in the presidential election of 1824. Name this man who lost that election thanks to a corrupt bargain. Kenneth.
Andrew Jackson.
Right. Prior to becoming president, Jackson became a national hero with his victory over the British at what January 8, 1815 battle?
Battle of New Orleans.
Just studied that, huh?
Yeah.
Jackson was assisted by what informal group of advisors whose members included Amos Kendall and Duff Green?
Oh, no, it was the kitchen cabinet, wasn't it? Kitchen cabinet.
You got 50 points again. In order to explain black body radiation, Max Planck had to assume that black bodies emitted discrete packets of energy. What name starting with Q did he give? Yes, Jamie.
Quantum.
Yeah.
What term was later coined for those packets of energy, also known as particles of light?
Photons.
Right. Which 1929 French Nobel laureate claimed that matter, like light, also has wave-like properties?
I'm laughing too hard. I know this.
Wait. Some physics.
Yeah.
That would be Louis de Broglie.
I'm sorry, I was laughing.
One of Canada's 10 provinces takes its name from the Latin for New Scotland. Name this second small... Yes, Kenneth.
Nova Scotia.
A huge explosion of the munition ship Mont Blanc in 1917 shook what Nova Scotian capital, killing about 2,000 people?
I don't know the capital of Nova Scotia.
I don't know. What's a city in Nova? What's a city?
Arnprior.
Halifax.
I don't know.
In economics, what is the name for goods like bicycles and bicycle helmets that are typically purchased together? If one becomes more expensive, demand for the... Yes, Trevor.
Compliments.
Yes. Together with labor and land, they make up the traditional 3 factors of production. What do economists call goods like factories, machines, and warehouses whose purpose is the production of other goods?
Industrial capital.
I can accept that. What's the term for goods like national defense and clean air that are hard to prevent people from consuming and that are not depleted through consumption?
Externalities.
No, those are public goods. That's the last question of the round. We have a score of 260 for Homestead to 85 for Reardon. We'll be back for the final round in just a moment.
Tournament champions will win an all-expenses-paid trip to Europe, courtesy of ACIS.
It's time for the final countdown round. We'll put 3 minutes on the clock. The point value is 30, and the clock will begin when I start reading the first question. Good luck to both teams. Here we go. It's known officially as Naval Support Facility Thermont and was the site of the 1978 peace agreement between Israel and Egypt. What's the more common name of... Jamie.
Camp David.
Yes. What particle, which can be cold or thermal in fission reactors, was discovered by James Chadwick and differentiates isotopes of the same element? Ella.
The neutron.
Yes. Soldier Don Jose vies with the singer of the Toreador song for love in what George Bizet...
Carmen.
Yes.
Carmen.
That's right. This Massachusetts native debated Robert Hayne and defended Dartmouth before the Supreme Court. Name this orator and senator who twice served as Secretary of State. Kenneth.
Seward.
No, you can steal.
Taft.
Daniel Webster. She used the metaphors Mother of Exiles and Golden Door. Whose poem, The New Colossus, is carved on the base of the Statue of Liberty? Emma Lazarus. An extraterrestrial vegetation evaluator is the love interest in what 2008 movie?
Wally.
That's right, Jason. What man worked with Gustav Kirchhoff to discover cesium and rubidium using flames emitted by his adjustable laboratory gas burner? Yes, Trevor.
Bunsen.
Right. He was executed by partisans near Lake Como in 1945. Who led the paramilitary black shirts to march on Rome? Yes, Trevor.
Benito Mussolini.
Correct. This goddess had a beloved daughter who was kidnapped, causing all... Jason. I'm sorry. Causing all the crops on Earth to wither. Who is the sister of Zeus and mother of Persephone?
Hera.
Demeter. What Asian island which contains the Jaffna Peninsula was the site of a 1983-2009 civil war fought by the Tamil Tigers? Jamie.
Malaysia.
No. You can steal.
Sri Lanka.
Right. What arm bone, whose capitulum and trochlea articulate with the radius and ulna, attaches to the scapula? Yes, Jamie.
Humerus.
Right. It features a cross-dressing lawyer, a looming penalty, and a pound... Yes, Ella.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
No. And a pound of flesh. Name this play whose cast includes Jessica, Antonio, and Shylock.
Merchant of Venice.
That's right. Its past champions include Alberto Contador.
Tour de France.
That's right. In 1781 siege, its 1781 siege saw the Comte de Gras command a French fleet in the Chesapeake Bay. Where did the Continental Army... Yes, Jamie.
Yorktown.
Right. Robert Lee narrates what television series that features Adam Savage and Jamie Heineman?
Mythbusters.
Correct. Mount Mizmi is the most remote source of what river fed by the Ucayali and the Rio Negro? That's the end of the game, and we have 4-10 for Homestead. They win this game. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Promotional consideration furnished by the Burlingame Scottish Rite, the Knights Templar, Model Compilers, the Bay Area Academic League. Some questions of Quiz Kids are provided by National Academic Quiz Tournaments.